Hello Aquarius, welcome to your offering and welcome to my channel, or welcome back. My name is Andrew and this is going to be a reading for any and all that are drawn here. Regardless where Aquarius is in your chart, we are in the age of Aquarius and we are all the signs. And with that said, allow your own discernment and intuition to serve as the other half of this reading so that you may absorb everything that needs to be absorbed and discard what needs to be discarded. So that you may be able to complete and add your own potency to be able to receive how you can take these messages, mine and others, and run with them in a way that serves you and serves your authenticity and your journey. And with that, we shall begin. Guides, angels, ancestors, ascended masters, beings of loving light, those that walk with us in God's loving embrace, we call upon you at this time. Please allow us to channel the messages for Aquarius so that Aquarius may be served. Archangel Michael, please protect against any distorting energies and or intentions. Escort them to a place of evolution or dissolution now, or whenever they may interfere, guard us. Thank you. Archangel Raphael and Jophiel sit within my heart, allowing my heart and the harmony of the Christ-conscious flow and love to balance all messages and all receivings and offerings. Thank you. I offer myself humbly in service. I sacrifice my time and energy at this time for this service, and I ask that all and any that are resonant with this message, that you be called here, that they be called here. And I ask that those that are here, that they are inspired to engage so that they may be a part of this expansion and reaching as many people as possible. Thank you. Or as many souls as needed. We are so very blessed and thankful, and with that we say amen. Aquarius, the long wait is over. Rehabilitation is complete. There's something about having been in timeout, or something about having been put aside, or things being put on hold, or having to just wait patiently for your number to be called. And your number is being called now, and you have gone through your gestation period, your healing period, your cocoon, and you're coming forth, you're coming alive at this time. And there's this worry that you're not prepared, or that you don't know what to do, or that you don't know what's up. This is more of a broader message because it feels like, it's just like, what do I do with myself? Okay, I've waited this long, and it's almost like you've been healing for so long that you forgot that you had an intention to begin with. It's like you were in wait for so long that you forgot you've been waiting. And there's something about Aquarius not feeling quite prepared for all that is to come, or that all that is in front of you, feeling ill-equipped to nourish the garden and all of the different plants and things that you're growing in your garden, all of the different harvests that you have going on. It's like you're returning to the garden and you're like, well, now where do I begin? Where do I start? And the divine is saying, just relish in the fact that you're no longer in holding, that you're no longer in waiting, that you're no longer on ice. There was a period of time that just needed to be time. It was nothing about what you needed to do. And there was a sort of surrender. Thank you. There was a surrender that you needed to participate in, and you have. Whether you acknowledge it right now or not, you surrendered in some way to something that was out of your control. And therefore, you just allowed time to pass. And I think a part of you forgot that you were even waiting. So what were you waiting for? Because now it's back around and it's ready for you. It's ready for you, Aquarius. It's going to be different for whoever this is, whoever's on the other side of the screen. It's different for you than it is for the one who's also on the other side of the screen. For some, it's for love. For some, it's an opportunity of business. For some, it's a life path. For some, it's a journey. For some, it's change. For some, it's this. For some, it's that. But you're ready for it now. But it's daunting. Because what has occurred in this waiting period is kind of what I want to see. What has occurred in this healing period, in this time that you spent in the cocoon? What have you gained? What have you expanded? What have you healed? What have you aligned? And it is remembering that, being aware of that, allowing yourselves to see that, that will give you the permission that you don't need, but you have, that will give you the permission to move forward and to feel like you have everything you need to nourish a garden. Someone here actually spent time in prison, right? What did you learn from that? Taking back your truth. No longer withholding your truth. It was something about you avoiding some kind of truth about yourself, avoiding some kind of truth about your pain, something that you've been living with in trauma. Some of you guys have been in intensive therapy for a period of time or are feeling some traction in therapy. Really being blind or confused as to who you are and what you're here for. But now that you know, it's like you're merging the old self that was living in that ignorance with the new self in that wisdom and bringing them together, because that old self was not afraid to shoot, aim, and fire. But there's a reluctantness now to shoot, aim, and fire. Why? Because you're not fully clear on everything that you've gained in this rehabilitation process. You have been rehabilitated in life, and this is for so many. This message is going to reach so many people. I can feel it. You've been rehabilitated and you've been brought into balance and harmony. Temperance energy, Sagittarius energy. This is the energy of having one foot planted on earth in the physical and the material, and one foot in spirit and in water. And thus you put your foot into the water and allowed yourself to be transformed, and things that needed to fall away, beliefs and distortions and lies about yourself, have fallen away. But you're struggling a little bit, Aquarius, and what this equation is equaling out to now. This new you and all the new factors and all of this, what does it mean? What is it for? And the divine is saying, you'll see. Just be present. Allow yourself to step out and to follow the impulses that are bringing you forward. There are those that need your service, and there are those that are here to serve you, and you are ready to meet up with those individuals because you're no longer in a place of holding. Think about poverty, being homeless, as spending time in prison or having a period of time when you're on ice. And sometimes it's for the rest of some people's lives. Sometimes it's the demise of some people. Other times, it's a period of time that teaches us something. I heard the pursuit of happiness. And the death card in the reverse is some resurrection of an aspect of you that has run itself into the ground in the past and then that hasn't gotten back up until now. And now you have the opportunity to bring that part back up. This is like resurrecting an old passion because you weren't in the right alignment and place to take it, right? Maybe this is like singing or being an actor or something like that. Like this is one of those things where you thought the dream was dead, but come to find out the dream only needed some space away from you. It needed some time. And now it's coming back around when you're ready for it. But there's something about Aquarius, you still want to be in this place of rest. You still want to, kind of allow yourself more You've kind of fallen in love with this place of holding. It's where you've been told to sit and wait, and you've forgotten that you were waiting, that you began to find the bliss and the enjoyment in the patience, in the waiting, in the just chilling, right? But then when you're being activated towards movement, there's a little bit of a resistance here. Okay, so just acknowledge that, Aquarius. Acknowledge that. Acknowledge that. Acknowledge that you're holding a lot of your best parts back right now because of, you know, you're acclimating to the new change and new environment. You're acclimating to the new. You're acclimating to the new you. And this will take its time. I'm hearing this is a process that's going to unfold through the winter, and I'll have more messages for you, Aquarius, in the time between now and then. What else do we have for Aquarius, Holy Spirit? You're ready. It's not going to be perfect, and it's not like you're not going to be triggered through it, but you're ready. You're ready to take the journey. Okay, you're ready to carry those wands. You're ready to move barefoot over that rough ground, to build the calluses back on your feet again, because you used to do this before. And then you put your feet up, then you relaxed, then you went into holding, right? And now you have to rebuild those calluses back on your feet. So there's a period of discomfort and pain here, right? But it's going to serve you, and it is going to feel rewarding. You're going to feel right being guided and moving in a direction that feels like you're actually moving. And there's a part of you, a lot of parts of you that are going to feel hella triggered in this. But that's all right, because the reception and what you're getting back from the universe is that much more encouraging than it was before. You feel like you're getting a lot more bang for your buck these days. And with that is giving you a sense of like authority over your message, over what it is that you have to share, your truth. It's like, what did this holding period give you? Really, what I'm getting, Aquarius, is that you've gone through this period of rehabilitation and the wait is over. You're ready to come back out. But are you willing to synthesize and really reflect on everything that has changed? Can you write it down? Can you go back to your journals if you have them back in the day? Can you go back to your posts back in the day of before this holding period started, and really acknowledge where you were? Read yourself through that holding period and really begin to take stock and inventory of everything that you have gained and learned and expanded and changed and transformed throughout this time. Because that is what's going to give you the motivation and the empowerment to move forward, and to show you that there's more bang for your buck, to show you that the value that's being reflected back is much more than you ever have received. And that is going to be enough motivation to move through the discomfort, to move through the softening of your feet, moving back into the calluses being built up on your feet, so that you can traverse as you need and you can cover ground much more than you have before. And where you're no longer sitting on your potency and potential and gifts, but when you don't know, because right now you don't know, Aquarius, you just don't. You don't get it. You don't know. You don't see it yet, and that's okay. But allow yourself to. Don't just be overwhelmed by the discomfort. Allow yourself to see that the reason you're feeling uncomfortable is that you're being thrust back forward after being held so tightly. This is a time of inward exploration so that you can take stock and inventory, because that is what's going to be the next step in this. That is how you take all of the present energy you're feeling and alchemize it towards forward propulsion. They want me to read a Dreamweaver card, and you guys are the only signs that are getting an oracle this round of readings. So let's see what we got for you. What do we have for Aquarius, Holy Spirit? When the coyote calls your name, number 3. Sometimes you find yourself Sometimes you find yourself confused about your direction. You might have been so sure that you were meant for this situation, this love, this new job, or this thing, yet you've been forced to walk away. All the signs had been pointing to potential magic and fulfillment, but somehow things are not turning out the way you expected or wanted. When Coyote calls your name, you're being given a great gift. This apparent loss, detour, or change of course has been set in motion to give you what you truly need. The dream weavers know the truth in your heart. They know the perfect reflection of your greatest dreams are already available and woven into the fabric of your life, just waiting for you to discover them. But they are meant to come in a different form than the one you've become attached to. In this moment, it's important for you to surrender your expectation and trust in divine timing and form. When Coyote calls your name, you will know this was the best way for you after all. Your life is woven true and the new threads of your experience sparkle. There really was no loss or disappointment at all, only new meaningful adventure and a beautiful story to tell. When you go and synthesize, when you go into your hermit mode and synthesize sounds like you're recreating it synthetically. When you go back and synchronize, thank you, Spirit, and take stock and inventory, like I said, you'll find that there are relationships and situations in your life that are not in alignment to you. You'll find that in order for you to move forward, you must clean house and restructure your boundaries and restructure the different aspects and elements of your life. You'll understand why when you do this work. And that completes us, Aquarius. God bless and welcome back to the world. I leave you in the divine light of the divine creator. If you're interested in booking a session with me, that information's in the description box, or you can email me at andrewsintuition.com. And until next time,